This morning, we have the official schedule for Prince William and Catherine's trip to North America next month. It is a first for the new royal couple. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge arrive in Ottawa on June 30th. They're to celebrate Canada's Independence Day. Then they are on to Montreal for its annual Jazz Festival on July 3rd, Quebec City. And then, as the U.S. is celebrating its independence from Britain on the 4th, they will be all the way over there, as you see, in Yellowknife, which is capital of the Northwest Territories, on July 8th, Calgary, and then on to L.A. for 3 days of charity and business-related appearances. Joining us with more on the big trip, CBS News Royal contributor Victoria Arbiter. So nice to have you back and to chat with you this morning.
Yeah, it's great to be here.
So this is quite the big trip that they have planned. But, you know, really official duties, though, on the itinerary.
Absolutely. This is all about business. It's about promoting British industry, be it technological, creative. It's all about promoting the very best of British as well. It is their very first international tour together. It's Kate's first trip to Canada and America, so it's going to be a whirlwind of activity, but a lot of fun.
They need to bring people with them. There's always been this talk about how they don't really have much help at home. You know, unlike some of the other royals, they don't have a lot of staff. They're bringing 7 staff members with them on this trip. Is that a lot or a little?
It's very few, and it's a surprising group as well, actually. Charles and Diana, when they used to travel together, would take 20, 22 people. Diana, on a solo visit, would take 7, but that would include a lady-in-waiting, a dresser, someone to handle the bags, a hairdresser. William and Kate's 7 is pretty much made up of press secretaries and private secretaries, just to make sure that everything's running smoothly. The only person there to assist Kate is her hairdresser, so it is a very slimline group.
A very tight-knit group, which in some ways, I guess, is keeping with who they are. They like to keep a tight circle, right?
Yes, they do.
For the first trip to the U.S. for the Duchess, they're only going to L.A. Not that I don't want to say only L.A., but one would think, oh, maybe we could expand it a little bit more. Why did they choose L.A.?
It's surprising that that's the only place they're going, but really it comes down to scheduling and location. They'll be coming from Calgary, so almost all the way over to the West Coast. But also, Harry was in New York last year and the year before. We've just had Charles in D.C. It's time to show the West Coast a little love. And there's a huge British presence in L.A., whether it's creatively. William is president of BAFTA. They're going to be attending a black tie gala dinner in support of BAFTA, and also just in terms of British industry over there. So I think it's a good starting point for them, and with only 3 days, it was a good place for them to be.
Kate is still getting plenty of attention, obviously. She looks fabulous every time she steps out. Press seems to be liking her still as well, which is nice.
She's become quite the press darling, and actually this last weekend will have been a very intense weekend for Kate. Talk about throwing her in at the deep end in terms of royal commitments. They had their very first foundation dinner, which was last Thursday, Trooping the Colour, the Queen's official birthday, Prince Philip's service of Thanksgiving for his birthday. She slipped in at a private wedding, William slipped in a polo match, and then Monday was the Order of the Garter service. So it was a lot of stuff all in one fell swoop. She looked fabulous. She recycled her fashion.
Yes,
she wore
we saw the hat twice. There it is.
Yep, we saw the hat twice, and also the blue brocade coat she wore to Philip's birthday Thanksgiving service. That's been seen before. Also, the dress underneath was what she was wearing the day after the wedding when she left for her honeymoon. So we're seeing Kate really being concerned with making sure she's reusing her fashion but keeping it all British.
Her sister's getting plenty of attention too.
Her sister's getting a lot of attention. Pippa's single.
Pippa is single.
Anyone who doesn't know
You think
yet.
every man in America and across the world doesn't know that, right? Victoria, great to have you back with us, and we look forward to covering the big visit with you in the weeks to come.